Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back for another episode of Asking for a Friend with your girl Sam
And Danny.
Listen, we have some juicy questions. I think these are really good. First one says, Hey Sam and Danny. Hey girl, hey. I'm a single mom raising boys and I'm struggling with how to talk to them about what's going on in the world right now. It feels like so much of the conversation is about men being the problem, and they are, and I don't want my sons to feel ashamed. What they are. They I've raised boys too.
Are they the problem?
Yes. A lot of the times they are. Look, we'll get into why. And I don't want my sons to feel ashamed of who they are. We don't want them to feel ashamed. But I also don't want to ignore the truth or sugarcoat history. How do I explain that a lot of the systems we're dealing with were created by men without making my boys feel like they're the enemy? How do I raise good men who understand responsibility, accountability, and respect without crushing their confidence or making them feel blamed for things that they didn't create? She gets it. I think she totally gets it.
I think it's just they didn't do it. I've raised two boys. It's about explaining what has happened,
Yeah.
how people feel. What you're teaching them is to be mindful,
Yeah.
mindful and respectful.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can't fathom how that would affect their self confidence because you are also teaching all of your children, male, female, right, about self love, their own individuality.
Yeah.
I think it can be done quite well. It's just a matter of holding them accountable, right? When you do something wrong, you hold them accountable. When you do something right, you celebrate them, and keeping great open lines of communication so that when maybe they don't understand a situation or a point of view or a topic, they are at least emotionally intelligent enough because you've raised them to be emotionally intelligent that they can have a well communicated debate, conversation, questions.
Yeah.
And as they're growing, you're teaching them too to not only just to have good communication, but good comprehension as well.
I think a big portion of it too is instilling a baseline of respect for everybody. Because how many of the older generation males come in here and immediately see women up front and immediately talk to us like we're idiots, like talk down to us, if they even talk to us, right? It's, I don't want to talk to you, let me talk to a man. Well, you're not going to, because this isn't the good old boys club anymore. You're going to talk to us first, and you're going to follow the policies and procedures that we have put into place.
Yeah.
And then it's reiterated by men in this shop that you can't talk to the females up front like that. They are intelligent enough. They are following the policies and procedures that were put in play. Like, how many times have you guys been yelled at? Because it's like, well, how dare you? Do you know who I am? I do, and you're still following the same rules. And so I think teaching boys about respect and equality will solve a lot of problems right there. It's like they don't deserve to be talked down to just because they're females, and you have to respect people. There is a baseline of respect.
Absolutely.
Now once they prove to you that they don't know what they're talking to, then you go, hey, I think we're miscommunicating. What's another avenue of whatever. But and I think just like everything else is educating young men on the history of how things have gone so that history doesn't repeat itself. I mean, there are countless examples of this in life that we should not edit history. We should not bury history. We need to be open and honest about history so that we understand why it went wrong and we don't recreate those situations. It's the same thing with raising boys.
Absolutely.
And also teaching them to feel the full range of emotions. Boys should cry. Boys should be angry. It's not this whole concept of, oh, well, boys will be boys. No, boys need to feel the weight of all of their emotions and not act out in certain ways because they're not allowed to show quote unquote weak emotions.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about this.
No.
I'm very passionate about this, by the way. Yeah, because you know how many times a day the phrase, I hate men, comes out of my mouth? I don't hate all men. Obviously, we love Toots. We love our guys here. We love our kids. But
Not on Tuesdays.
But the vast majority of the men walking around there irk my nerves. I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's not a dog. Although I might start carrying one around my pocket.
Because I also think there's a portion of that. There is responsibility that falls on us as parents to teach some of the same principles and values to both our male and female children, and to also teach them the pieces that affect them, what they will be facing, whether it's what they will be experiencing or what they will be putting out into the world.
Yeah.
And having 2 boys and 1 girl, it's, I don't know, I've been doing this. I guess I didn't think too much of it. I like just to be blunt with my kids.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do that. Or, hey, that, you don't have to put up with being treated that way or talked to that way.
Yeah.
And of course, now that the boys are older, listening to their points of view as we're going along with Amber, because they would teach her to be a whole lot meaner.
Yeah, but I think that's a valid point, is nipping bad behavior in the bud early. Is it in the bud or in the butt?
I thought it was in your butt.
Nip it in the butt? Nip it in the butt?
But buds.
No, you nip a bud. You nip a...
Girl,
nip it in the spud?
if
We're nipping something early and often. Snip, snip.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to stop bad behaviors early, because when you let it slide and let it slide,
Yeah.
each time they're going to push further and further. And that's on both sides of the aisle. That's girls and boys. That's kids in general.
But I think for her, it's communication.
Yeah.
Listen to how they feel.
Yeah.
Have dialogue.
Yes.
Open dialogue.
Yes. And let them talk without fear of judgment or retribution.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than convincing a child they can talk openly and freely. No, you can say anything and you won't get in trouble. And then 5 seconds later, he's grounded because he said something you didn't agree with. Have a conversation with your child. It not everything needs to be like blasted.
Yeah.
Okay, hope that helps. Asking for a friend. Why is it so hard to find couple friends you both vibe with? My husband and I are social and genuinely enjoy hanging out with other couples, but it feels like it never fully lines up. Either I really click with the wife and my husband feels awkward with the husband, or my husband and the guy gets along great and it's just not connecting with the wife. We're not trying to force friendships, but it's frustrating that it always feels a little off. Is this just normal adult couple stuff? How do you navigate building couple friendships when the chemistry is never quite right for both of the people at the same time? She sounds very young. That's the vibe I get.
So, why do y'all have to be friends? This is probably not the question for me. I can't even stay married. Maybe that was the problem, man. Like, it's friends.
She said, fuck your man, fuck my man. I don't want none of them.
Oh, y'all can just go buddy up somewhere else. Not here. Can't sit here.
For me to be the man hater, I
didn't hate him.
No.
I just sent him on their way with a snack.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's always, maybe you're not besties with the wife, but there's always something you can find to like get along with them with. Like, you may not hang out with her outside of the couple situation, because this has happened multiple times, like in my first marriage and my second marriage. But I really want Rich to have those friendships too. And so for me, it's just not, I guess I see it as just not being selfish. I'm like, you really like this dude and you enjoy hanging out with him, and he has so few friends. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna find something to connect with that female about, and genuinely enjoy the time. Are we gonna go buddy around by ourselves? Probably not, but that's okay. I don't have to be best friends with that girl. And kind of vice versa for me. Like, he's definitely taking something for the team.
But I think that people put too much pressure on what a label should look like friendship, right? Like,
Yeah.
I have friends that serve a specific purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it drives you nuts. Like, I will have people in the spicy community.
Mm-hmm.
I would never cross them over into my vanilla life.
Yeah.
They're over here. They're fun. There's certain, outings I like. There may be different restaurants or activities or events or concerts or whatever that I enjoy with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't enjoy going with you.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's things that you and I do that I thoroughly enjoy, but I'd never invite them because it would suck.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really good at ghosting people. Not
It's
on
like
purpose.
the waffle mentality, though. It's not spaghetti, it's waffles. Like, you compartmentalize those friendships. Right?
What are you talking about?
Spaghetti.
A waffle?
Okay, spaghetti is all like jumbled together, right? They all mix and touch, right? Waffles are compartmentalized. They've got little squares. You can just it's a waffle. I'm not I'm not crazy. It's compartmentalizing.
With a waffle. I mean, it makes sense. I get what you're saying. I ain't never heard that. Just,
No. A waffle
you
and
want to
spaghetti.
compartmentalize in that little. Well, just know that's going to be my new phrase with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to waffle it. Waffle it. I'm going to start saying that to Rich. Waffle that.
That's gonna mess him. He's really gonna think your sister's use one of her spicy terms. You need to talk to her.
At least I won't. At least I know he won't argue with me.
He won't. He's just gonna
Look.
He's gonna get really uncomfortable and walk away.
I've laughed too much today.
Oh. We're gonna waffle that. Oh my God.
All right. So, yes, you should waffle friends. Make it work.
What is wrong with us today? All right. I hope that helps. Also, what if they don't like you? Maybe they don't want to be your best friend either.
Because not everybody got good taste. Bless them. You got to pray for them.
Not everybody likes waffles.
And those people would be wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you put strawberries and whipped cream and syrup and chocolate sauce. That does sound like waffles are way sexual.
Can't. Y'all can't with you. Oh my God. Please no. Please no. You're going to get a screenshot. I'm going back on my little spicy app. I now have a new goal. I'm about to waffleize, not sexualize. I'm going to waffleize all of the next 20 conversations. I'm going to screenshot them to you.
You'd be like, what? Is this a spaghetti relationship or is this a waffle relationship?
Girl, me and Chat about to find a lot of innuendos.
Oh my God. I can't wait for this. My throat hurts. All right. Last question.
Last question.
Asking for a friend. Everyone keeps saying they're rebranding themselves in 2026. And I'm over here like, okay, but how? Is there a checklist, a vision board, a personality update? Like, what does a real life rebrand actually look like?
Right? I don't know. Samantha, do that. I don't.
No, I feel like you are, though. I feel like you are in the middle of your own rebrand.
Oh, I don't know. I just. Would my rebrand be?
Well, I don't know.
What was I?
Fucking stress ball for me. You're a pain in my ass. You stress me the hell out. I feel like you're getting it together, though.
I keep my chaos organized now.
I feel like there's less chaos. Like your icks are getting so. It makes me happy that your icks are so abundant. I'm going to be honest. I feel like your icks are healthy and keeping you safe and away from a lot of icky men and women.
I don't. Some of my icks don't have a rhyme or reason to them, though.
I like it. Keep them.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, no, I'm down for the icks. I'm team ick. Keep them coming.
Girl, it won't matter. It won't matter. We ain't gonna keep nobody. We just
You don't know
we
that.
foster them.
You do be fostering men. Jesus, I've never seen men wrap back around like they do with you. They just be stopping by talking about how their grandmama's doing and oh yeah, I've never in my life, you know why? Cuz she makes them feel safe to do that. She makes them feel like she wants them to do that. Cuz I can tell you men never circled back around to me. I traumatized them good and up front.
I love it when they circle back around and I can traumatize them a second time. That's just like that bullshit you pulled before. Well, dumbass. Did you not recognize the scenery? Wrong turn? I need you to waffle that. Ain't nothing changed over here but the hair color.
It's true. Okay, back to the question. What is a rebrand? Okay, so the way I see it, I'm already afraid to start talking about this because I know it's going to be just like an ADHD rambling. So I think, yes, you can have a physical rebrand where you change up your style and change up your hair and but I think it has to start on the inside. I think it's about becoming the woman that you envision yourself to be. So whether that is like when you stop and visualize yourself in 5 years, not where you think you'll be based off of the current trajectory that you're on. If you could be any type of woman, what do you see yourself being, right? And then you walk yourself back from that woman. Say you visualize yourself, sitting at a cafe in Italy and it's summer and you have on a beautiful dress and you have a full itinerary and you work abroad. And if that's the type of woman you want to be, then you incrementally walk yourself back from that vision of that woman that you are absolutely going to be. And you go, okay, so to be her in 5 years, who do I need to be in 3 years? Who do I need to be in 2 years? Who do I need to be in a year from now? And you start making small changes to start taking steps in that direction. Because if you don't take charge of your life and put plans in place, and start making small changes today to be that woman 5 years from now, because you're going to be somebody 5 years from now. You're going to be somebody. Are you going to control who you're going to be, or are you just going to be reactive for years and years based off of what's happening to you, around you, XYZ?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
For the physical, yeah.
Okay. Same with the mental. Who do you want to be in 5 years? Walk it back to 3, walk it back to 2, walk it back to 1. Now, that one might be a little harder to unravel, but it's absolutely doable.
Well, and I think you don't necessarily have to look so far ahead. Instead of a timeline of what does that look like, what are you wanting to achieve? Is it a feeling? Because mine is never a vision of ahead. Mine is always an internal changed feeling.
Okay.
I don't even know that I've ever clung to any kind of physical anything, but like, I want to feel a comfortable, settled content. Content was a big word that a lot of desire revolved around it. And it took me a minute to sit with trying to figure out what is content. What does
Yeah.
content feel like?
That's a big one right there.
And I realized I had never felt content.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, got to fix that. And then you imagine, what does that feel like?
Yeah.
What are moments where I almost achieved that, and you build on that, and that's where you and I kind of work through some on small increments of nightly skincare routines, weekly everything showers, or everything was associated with feeling. It was whatever brought comfort. Changing bedding.
Yep.
You let me get an oversized stuff comforter on the bed with some big plushy pillows. Don't tell me nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy what the physical world around us can do for our inner selves. And that doesn't mean like it has to be all name brand. Girl, I tell you, TikTok shop, it is the greatest gift and also kind of the worst curse because I don't have any self-control also. But you don't have to go spend thousands and thousands to have that luxury feeling anymore. You can achieve that for budget-friendly costs.
Listen, and Amazon have sales all the time.
But that's something that you had to overcome. You wouldn't spend a damn dime on yourself. I would be like, buy pajamas for the love of God. Get underwear. You're like, wow, I just put a safety pin in these. Oh, no. But then I remember when you threw out all of your underwear and bought new underwear, and I was like, she gets it.
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to sit with it a long time and think.
Yeah.
And I think nobody's rebranding is going to look the same. Like, I think it can very much look different. I would be miserable to do it the way you do it.
Why?
It just doesn't sound fun to me. It doesn't look fun to me. It looks fun watching you do it. Tickles my heart.
Hold on, break that down. What do you mean?
I just would, because I don't know. It doesn't look appealing for me. Like, I love that for her. I want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because not everybody wants to drive a Bentley or a Rolls Royce and have multiple houses and, live, larger than life. That could stress people out. Some people, like you said, want contentment. Like, I love your vision for yourself. Like, I imagine this little cottage that looks like a gingerbread house that has all the ornate, like, sconces and, trimmings and it has like high-end amenities like a soaking tub and Carrara marble and chandeliers everywhere. Glittered grout.
Stained glass everywhere.
Absolutely. That is so perfect for you. And you'd be like there every single night having bubble baths and,
Yeah, don't come by between 7 and 8. It's bubble bath. I don't move my...
Yeah.
This is my date.
Right, exactly. So if that is your vision for your life, how do you retro act that starting now? Well, you start putting those practices in place. You start taking small intentional actions to become that woman. And so I can't tell you the step-by-step verbatim what to do to get where because like you said, it's different for everybody. But vision boards are a great tool.
Absolutely.
You just started vision boards after moving up here, right?
Yeah, and you are more structured with yours. Mine just gets wonky. Like, I will have stuff attached, and you're like, oh, is this what you like? Well, no, not the actual picture, but if you look behind them, like, I really like this vineyard, or I really like, look at the shoes, or, no, do you see the ad in the corner? That's what I like.
Yeah, but it means something to you, and that's all that matters. As long as it is something that you can look at daily, which we haven't made our vision board for 2026 yet because we've been so just over bombarded with stuff. So our 25 board is still up, but I went back through it New Year's and really pinpointed things that we had accomplished last year. The previous year, we didn't have a vision board up in place. And Rich was like, I don't even look at that thing. But he doesn't realize subconsciously he's seeing it because it's on his side of the bed, hanging on the wall. Every time he gets up, grabs his chapstick, is getting dressed, he's scanning that thing, right? He may not be sitting there studying it, but it's there, right?
Yeah.
And so little practices like that, doing weekly check-ins with yourself, having a mini version of your vision board as your lock screen. No, you're not going to sit there and study it but every time you pick up your phone to see what time it is or to check a text message, it's embedding in your subconscious.
Yep.
It's a game changer. And then I think who you surround yourself with makes
what you're intaking.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Something I like to do more so than vision boards, because I'm nosy. It kind of helps that part. I like pulling inspiration off of watching other people.
Yeah.
Like if you go through, like they say, you shouldn't want social media's horrible because people
it's
only
comparison.
put out comparison. They're putting out the best of the best, but thank you for putting out the best of the best, because what about this post made me want it, or made me smile, or made me happy? Okay, well, I don't want their whole life, but that little piece looks fun.
Yeah.
Is that something I want to add to mine?
Yeah. Yeah, and even on TikTok, you can have collections, like saved collections, and you can make them private.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
You can make them private.
People can see what I'm putting under collections?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to private all that. We gotta look at that today.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can private it, because I'm a big believer that you don't tell everybody your vision or tell everybody everything, because like you said, you don't want that negative energy coming back. And people love to doubt other people. People love to tear other people's dreams down because it's a mirror for themselves.
Yep.
Miserable people, not happy people.
Misery loves company.
That's
Lots
right.
of company.
Right. And jealousy can be a subconscious thing where sometimes they may not even realize that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you stay small, then it doesn't challenge them to grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I love the analogy though of the wildflower garden. Like, no, they're not comparing themselves to each other. This wildflower and this wildflower are just growing in the same space, but not in competition with each other. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the way we've got to get our mind to see things, is you're going to grow at your own rate, and she's going to grow at her own rate, and he's going to grow at his own rate, and we're all responsible for our own growth. So there's that.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you for logging in to yet another Asking for a Friend. Keep those questions coming. I really loved these. I thought
those were good.
Very insightful. And don't forget to be a waffle.
Or razzle dazzle.